back to Jose Hernandez. Either a second one or Jocko's picking back up on it.
Good section in here.
Could be
you
the
learned
photons.
just an awesome lesson from your dad. You say this: as I grew older, I would. This is now you're working. You're working in the fields. As I grew older, I would learn the mañas, or bad habits, of the other workers. This included bending the bottom of their metal buckets inward to create less volume and thus appear to fill each bucket even more quickly.
That's for the cucumbers, yes.
You take that skid steer.
I would also learn how to swiftly
dumpster you
reseat
don't
a
work
bucket
no
of pepinos to make it look more full when it was really not. All tricks of the trade, I told myself.
Broke.
This was how we Hernandez kids spent our weekends and summers. We knew that it was our responsibility to do, and there was no way
Same
of getting
amount.
around that. Every morning spent in the fields promised us the same routine of going to and fro, picking fruits or vegetables from the ground as the rays of the hot sun hit our backs. During one Saturday in particular,
look
I
at
fell
cost
over,
line,
accidentally
look at the
stepping on a
overhead
yellow,
from outer
overgrown
space, right?
pepino that was
You
rotten.
can see the numbers,
I
bang
remember
your
its
head
rotten
against the
stench
ceiling a
as I
bunch of
threw
times,
down
but
my
you gotta hold
bucket,
the
standing there
post,
thinking,
right?
I'm all covered in mud.
Unemployment's
I
through the
stink,
roof.
I'm tired,
You're thinking
and I'm
about it in the
sunburned.
mill
My
on an
siblings
8-hour
continue
day,
working
running
alongside
camps
my
and the heavy
parents,
logs.
but I'm not
I'm
going to
game for it. I
anymore.
like to save
I
it
wanna
all
go
up because
home,
I don't want
watch
them other
TV,
employees
and
to have
play.
to do that. I just want them to run the
I
regular
decided to
board.
quit.
You know,
Went
it's
to my
what
father
sucks
and
it all
pulled on
down
his
and makes it
pant leg to
super
tell him, "Dad, I'm
efficient.
tired,
And
I
I could
wanna
take
go
the,
home."
I could use the workout
He heard
anyways.
when I told him, he leaned down,
You
took
know, and
hold
you
of
know, at
both
that
my
point in time, it
shoulders,
smooths
and
it
with
out a
a
lot
surprised
more.
look on
And
his face, asked, "What's wrong?
but
Something
hopefully the
happened? Are
other
you
guys,
okay?"
of course, all the guys, they want the
Look at
sky.
me. I'm
Why
dirty.
wouldn't they?
I fell in the mud. I want to leave. Plus, I've already made $10 for the day, I cried to him.
It was a
The
fair way
day's
to do
almost
it,
over,
sensibly.
he said. Just
You
keep
know,
on working. I don't want to.
we're working some numbers.
Fine, he said.
At least I try my best to.
Take a
in the
good
mill.
look at yourself. You
And
don't
see
want to
how training.
see, you don't like what you see right now?
Well, it starts with the camp.
You don't like
it starts
working
with,
in the
for
fields
sure.
in the
You've
hot
done it
sun or
before,
getting
but not
dirty?
here.
Am I right?
And I got to know that number
Well,
for
if you
sure.
quit
Banging in
now,
the buckets,
you'll be
some kid
creating a
not
pattern
paying
that is
attention
easy
to
to
the little
conform
things,
to.
and
If
those
you
little
don't work
things
hard
aren't
in school
just
or in life,
bad for
this will be
customers,
your
and maybe the
future.
customer sees
Is
it.
that
It's
what you
also
want?
bad for safety. It's also
No,
bad for
I answered
time.
him.
It's also bad for
well
the
then,
click.
don't settle for $10. The day is almost over. Get
You
back
know,
to work. he
sometimes
ordered,
you gotta let a
with
dude
just
come
the
in for
right
three or
balance
for
of
2/4 on a
authority
3/4
and
day,
love,
and some
and
dudes
his
just
version of
3/4
tough
because if they start
What my
pulling
father
OT,
told me
they'll
that day
drop
in the
off
fields
numbers. They'll start
changed the
coming in
trajectory
sick.
of my life. It turned
doing
into a
things
speech that transcended the
Button
end of a
tuck a
long
switch.
day of working in the fields. We would hear it when all four of us sat in the back seat of our ramshackle car. Father would turn around to look at us before he would turn on the engine, and he would say, "So how do you guys feel right now?" We, of course, tired, sweaty, covered with mud.
Sometimes
and
they
we
don't
would
say
answer
nothing to you in the
accordingly.
morning. Micro will
Good, he
be
would
out
say,
there cleaning
because
windows,
you
doing yoga out
kids
front.
have the privilege of
before you
living
start
your
today.
future right now. Living our future right now.
I think it's a
We would
combination of
ask
collovium
curiously.
there, exotic matter,
Yes,
combining
he would
those
say.
things together.
I'm
You
not
know,
going to force
some
you to go to
places
school
or mills
or
where
get
it's like
good
I gotta have
grades.
those guys
But
firing
if
up
you
because
don't,
the mill
this
meetings
is the
are
type of job
calculously
you'll
not
have
as
for the rest
good
of your life.
with the
This is
full
the future
crew
that
and
awaits
everybody
you.
in here
So
getting
if
their
you want to
dick
quit
caved
school
in
right now,
universally. I
no
just leave the
problem.
officers
I
in
invite
here.
you to start
And
coming
every
to
once
work
in a
with
while, we
me
might do full
every day
meetings.
as of
Otherwise,
tomorrow.
get out there and get working. It's not a
My
fucking rock
father's words
scientist.
made
Sure
me
as shit
realize
don't
that
need a
if I
boss to tell
continued
you to
going to
clock
school,
in.
I could do whatever
That's
it was
simple.
I wanted to do
Turn
in
on the
life.
machine,
If I
get it
studied
rolling.
hard, I might one day make
One of
enough
you's
money
got
so
the
my
skills
parents
to
would
get it
no longer
rolling in
have to
there.
work in the
Might be
fields.
one of the
To
officers
this
come
day,
in
I believe my father's
afterwards
words
to
changed
figure
the
out what's
course
going
of
on.
my destiny,
Something real high on
and
the
I am
food
so
chain.
grateful to him for that.
And then there's the other ones where it's like, well, because it's
I sometimes
there
talk about the fact that
in the morning.
I think one of the hardest things for kids to do is connect what they're doing right now to their future. They don't understand that how hard they work right now is gonna put them
Then maybe
wherever
you
they end up
banging
in the
your head up
future.
the ceiling. Yeah, you
And your
pegged
dad
off
made
on the
that connection
saws.
loud and
Yeah.
clear for you all, didn't
That don't
he?
mean shit.
Exactly, and he put it very well in saying you have the privilege, because he said, you know, your
Can't
neighbors
operate. Crew
you know,
don't
are
like
working
you.
in the fields
You're
during the
not
summer.
the
They're
the
off
head
goofing
sawyer
off
when
and
you go asking
having
for
fun.
more. It's not going to
Your
back you
friends,
up.
they're in the neighborhood. They're not doing that, but you are. So see, they don't know what their
The
future's
shaper
like.
comes around.
So
Gotta
they're
tell you, it's like I told them to
happy-go-lucky,
give it to
carefree,
you.
and they don't care diddly squat about going
And
to
it's
school.
probably what they made, maybe even more.
you know what your
but
future's
if
at.
you're
Here it
putting them
is.
down
You're
and
living it.
anti-gravity
wanna do
boots,
this the
wet,
rest of your life?
burn rock on the roof for
I
them,
said, man, I don't want to do this. So I think I'm gonna do well in school because I want something better than this. And so it was a hard lesson.
Stream 85 plus channels and save up to 500.